What is up? We are live and things are rocking and rolling with the Fantasy Marketing League. Tonight we're going to be going over several things. The main thing we're going to focus on is basically how we're going to help you create automated streams of income by using win-win-win situations. And I'm going to get into that a lot here shortly. And I'm also going to just basically, I know there's probably a number of people who are on here now who don't know who I am. We are live and oh, hold on one second. I did it again. Fantasy Marketing. Tonight we're going to be going over several things. The main thing we're going to focus on is forgot to close out YouTube. So we're also going to go over how the draft works briefly, just touching on that, and we're also going to go over our point system and how it helps people to, typical people in this industry who struggle. It creates a way for anyone to get results, and that's what we're all basically attempting to achieve anyways. And by results, I mean money in your bank. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let me take off my funny hat and my glasses. You guys like the mustache? It's pretty cool.
It does look pretty good, yeah.
I wish I could grow a mustache like that. So basically, I know there's probably a number of you guys that are on here tonight who don't know who I am, you don't know my story, or anything like that. So briefly, I'm just going to go over that. I've been in this industry now for a little bit over 2 years, and I kind of fell into it. You know, I really wasn't looking for another stream of income. I own several companies here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was getting ready to launch another company, and some craziness happened with that. And one of my buddies introduced me to this online world, and I got started basically at the very end of April, beginning of May, 2 years ago. And when I joined, I immediately did a quick analysis of my target market, which was people who were interested in making money online, primarily on Facebook. And so I immediately got access to all these groups, like so many of you probably have as well. And I knew that I had a huge audience in those groups around the world, and that is the people that I focused on. I took into consideration that the fact is that 95 to 97% of them are struggling and really not making any money. So I created compelling ad copy, primarily teaching people how to generate leads. And then the end result for me was I put 120 people into 2 different opportunities in my first 17 days marketing online. I didn't know a single one of them. I mean, these are, this isn't me going out and talking to family and friends. This is people around the world on Facebook who I had no clue who they were 17 days prior. So I had a tremendous amount of success. So whenever I got going, I thought this was going to be the most easy way. Like, I was thinking to myself, why isn't everyone doing this? But I quickly found out that just because I was able to produce results very quickly, most people had something else, something holding them back. In all fairness, I have studied marketing for years. I just wasn't applying it to this niche. I was applying it to my other companies to build them. So I had a marketing background. I also, I'm a pretty confident guy, and knowing that the information that I have, that other people needed it made me extremely confident, because I truly believed that the people who I spoke to on the phone or via chat on Facebook, I really believed in my heart that they needed to join me in order to start producing results. But even with being able to provide people with that information, there still are things that hold people back in life. Their unlimited beliefs in themselves. So really, their lack of confidence and belief in them is something that they don't have. Many people don't have, and it's something that I did have. And that's, I wasn't really planning on talking about this, but I'm going to kind of throw this out there. I listen to podcasts all the time. I mean, every day I listen to probably at least an hour or two of marketing podcasts and just like uplifting stuff, right? And there was this one today. I only got like 45 minutes into it, but it blew me away. It was actually, you can check it out on ilovemarketing.com. It's got Joe Polish and Dean Jackson's podcast. Definitely, that's a great place for you to go. If you really want to start learning marketing training, it's a free place for you to go there, ilovemarketing.com. But anyways, in this particular podcast today, he was interviewing a gentleman, and his name is slipping my mind right now, but he's basically like 80 years old. He has stage 4 lung cancer. I guess it was probably about a week prior to him doing this podcast. He has stage 4 lung cancer, and he was in the hospital with severe pneumonia. And the doctor basically said, look, you're probably not going to be able to leave. And he just made a decision at that point that he was, and I'll tell you a little bit more about him in a second, but he made a decision that, he's not your typical guy. I guess it's like in his mind, he decided he was not going to die yet. So, and he's actually, this podcast that I listened to was being done in hospice care with the gentleman's wife there with him and his family and some of his friends. So this guy's laying on his deathbed, and he's conducting an interview, a 2.5-hour long interview, just about life. And so anyways, he was in the ER, 80 years old, about to die. The doctors told him he was going to be dead. And I don't know, I can't remember the whole story, but the gist of it is he decided he was going to go skydiving. So literally days after he was told he was going to be dead, this guy, 80 years old, is jumping out of an airplane in a tandem skydive, and it was hilarious because he's saying that he only has 10% lung capacity. So he's up in this airplane, and he's saying all the noise is going on, and he's trying to tell this big guy that's doing the tandem with him that he can't breathe, and the guy can't hear him. So anyways, I mean, talk about he said the panic was setting in, but he did it, and he went skydiving, and he was talking about life in general, like just making a decision to do things, and that you might even have some doubts in your mind that you may not be able to do. It's like sometimes I think in life, like, whether you're 25 years old, you didn't go to college, which might actually be a good thing for a lot of people. It just sets up a lot of debt, but college is good if you want to go to college. But anyways, 30, 40, there comes a time in your life when you kind of just sit there, you may just think to yourself, well, it is what it is. But it really isn't. It's just like, I haven't, I really want to start setting goals for myself that are like, and I'm afraid to speak them now. I probably should, but I don't want to be held accountable quite yet. But one thing I would like to do is attempt to, hike the Appalachian Trail, which runs along, the East Coast here in the United States, and I don't know how long it is. Maybe not do the whole thing, but at least a large section of it. I'm not even a big hiker, but I've always, in my heart, loved nature, and it just sounds like it'd be a pretty cool thing to do. So I'd like to just I probably should just say, I'm going to do that, and just do it, right? And of course there'll be some training involved. So another crazy thing this dude did, and I'm going to get into the training, but it just blows my mind what we're capable of if we set our minds to doing something. The same gentleman, again, stage 4 lung cancer. About 13 years prior to that, he was diagnosed with what they thought would be fatal stomach cancer, I believe is what he said he had. So he's 67 years old, and he decides he's going to do this 100-mile run. I believe it's somewhere, started like in Utah or something like that. Again, not in shape at all. He said whenever he signed up to do this 100-mile run, he couldn't even run a block, right? But he just did it. He signed up for it, and he began training, as frequently as he could, running at night. And when he actually went to go do this 100-mile run, he had gotten up to the longest that he was able to run or walk, in one period of time was 15 miles. So before he began, he decided, he said, look, at the very least, I'm going to set my personal best today, right? So his goal was kind of just to do 16 miles, but that 16 turned into 20, turned into 30, turned into 40, turned into 50, And I guess he got to the 75th mile, and along the way, he was saying that his wife was, um, actually giving him changes of shoes and socks, and of course making sure he had water, feeding him a little bit along the way, but he consistently kept going. And apparently it was really late in the night on the 75th mile, and he met with his wife, and I guess she had a room or something, because he said that he was so tired that he couldn't even feed himself, and so his wife was feeding him, and he laid down on the floor and he dozed off. And I guess in the beginning of the race there was another gentleman about the same age as him who decided that he was going to attempt to do this as well. So as he dozed off, his wife started telling him to basically saying, "Get up, you old fart! That other old guy is already gone. I saw him leave. You're getting behind." And he basically was just saying, "Look, you try running 75 miles and see if you can do it." And again, this guy's 67 years old. So anyways, his wife basically pushes him out the door, and he goes. And at this point, in order to actually say that you did this, I believe he said you had to do it like within 36 hours. And at this point, he had 25 miles to go, and I can't remember exactly how much time he had, but he had to hustle to get it done. And he did it. So in the end, this dude's 67 years old, again, fighting cancer, and he goes out and sets his mind to doing something that he really didn't even believe he could do. Again, before the race started, he thought he'd only make it 16 miles. At the end, I believe he said he's the oldest person, or maybe not the oldest, but anyways, I mean, the point is, this dude's 67 years old, and he set his mind to do something, and he did it. He also set out to be a world champion. Again, at 67 years old, he set out to be a world champion in weightlifting. Crazy. 67 years old, he just decided to do something, and he did it. First he became state champion in, I believe, Iowa for deadlift for his age, like 350 pounds. I mean, this guy could kick my butt. 350-pound deadlift, 67 years old. So he won the state championship there. Soon he became a national champion, and soon he became world champion in his weight class. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, wherever you're at right now in your life, with the Fantasy Marketing League, we're doing cool things. I want to help you to experience success. But for you as an individual, stop limiting yourself. I mean, there's so many things that the world is huge. We just got to go out and start living it, and set your mind. If you want to go do something, just do it. If you don't have an exact plan, make a plan. Start taking action to make it happen, whether that's with your business or just enjoying your life, right? So anyways, I didn't mean to get going on all that, but I just think it's it's amazing, and we really need, as individuals, we need to stop having defeating thoughts, and this life is not over. There's so much we can do. So, all right, enough of that. What we need to do is talk about the draft. All right, so basically right now, what you need to understand is that we, as a community, are the only group of people on the internet that gives everyone a shot at having an instant team built instantly for them in a single day. And the way we do that is through our unique team build concept that's a draft. So this right now, if you're new and you don't know anything really that's going on, in the file in the group, and I'll show you that here in a second when I share my screen, there's a video or a hangout from Monday night that goes over that. But the main thing you just really need to think about right now is we will have a live draft on May 24th. If you secure your position with us and just have a leap of faith, we provide a way that gives everyone the opportunity to instantly be placed in a position to have a huge team. Now, of course, it's not guaranteed for everyone. There's got to be someone up high and there's got to be people down low. But when you really think about it, I mean, the majority of us, and you may be different. You might be a guy or a girl that can, recruit 5,000 people today. Awesome, rock star. But for the majority of people, that's just not possible. So for our community to be willing to give you a chance to have an instant team placed under you, whether you're signing up today or you signed up a month ago whenever we started rolling this draft out, it doesn't matter. You still have a chance to have that top spot. So I really want you to think about that and think about the possibilities on May 24th whenever we have that draft. and what could happen in your life if you get one of those top higher positions of creating instant income for you and your family. So that's the first thing. That's the draft. No one else does it. No one else is willing to do what we're doing. The second thing I want to go over is a huge problem in this industry is recruiting. There's too many people join business opportunities, and the emphasis immediately goes to recruiting, basically trying to, push people to join your business opportunities. It's horrible, not really effective marketing strategies. It's what you primarily see if you've been on, the internet for a while. Especially, I focus on Facebook, but it blows my mind that I sit down and I watch people. I mean, literally, I've been watching some people for a long time, like since the beginning when I was in it, and they're still just doing the same horrible marketing. It's like, when are they gonna wake up? I think to myself, when are they gonna wake up and realize that there's a better way? So there's just way too many people that I see putting in way too much effort, and I know they're not producing results. So I wanted to come up with a way that helped everyone see results basically instantly. So that's why I created what I call the 5 in 5 system, and that's our point system. It provides a way for the seasoned veteran or a brand new green online marketer to start seeing results and honestly just kind of feeling good about yourself, because we don't focus on recruiting, we focus on simply generating points. Now again, I'll show you in just a moment in the group. On Tuesday we did a hangout. For the most part, it was on our point system and how simple it is. Basically, the idea is, rather than focusing on trying to recruit people for a business opportunity, we focus on getting points. The more points you get, the better off you could possibly be in the draft, because every point you get is the equivalent to your name being added to our draft list. Again, the draft list, you'll see more about that from Monday night's hangout. Again, I'll show you that in just a second. But it doesn't matter like whether you're focusing on points or you're focusing on recruiting, because the end goal that we all have, that you have, is to have someone join your team and to pull out their credit card and for you to create income from it. I mean, at least 99.99% of us, that's why we're working online right now. It's to create a second income or a full-time income working from home, the beaches of the world, wherever you want to go. That's really the dream. That's the lifestyle that we're all seeking, right? So I'm telling you right now, with the way that we have things set up, you don't have to recruit anyone for a business opportunity. You just follow our simple point system, and the end result will be people joining on your team paid, right? So again, I'm going to show you that. I'll point you in the right direction there for both the Hangout explaining the draft in more detail, and as far as our point system and how that works and how you can get immediate results from it. So now what I want to dive into, hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. So, all right, so basically now what we're doing is, okay, here's the elephant in the room that we need to just put out there right now. I know a lot of you guys are thinking this, and one of the most difficult parts about building a team, okay, even our draft, you may be thinking, okay, everyone wants a high spot in the draft, right? Of course, right? Everyone does. You want instant income, but you may be thinking to yourself, what if I get a lower spot? Well, basically, what we're doing is we're creating a win-win-win situation. I probably could even add a fourth win to that. But here's how it works. So what we need to do is just simply fast forward to the day after our draft. Okay? All we're going to do as a community and as a team is continue to promote the draft. So we just had a draft. Again, we're fast forwarding. It's May 25th now. We just had our draft. We've all been placed into Changes Worldwide. That's the business opportunity that we're going to be joining. So what happens next, right? So May 25th, we immediately start promoting the next draft. So we'll set for sometime in July, right? So it'll be another business opportunity that we're all getting ready to join. We'll all start getting our free spots, and we'll start working towards the big launch for that draft in July. But as we promote and we continue to, throughout the internet, Facebook, everywhere, inviting people and giving everyone the opportunity to participate in that next upcoming draft and giving them all the, just like we're giving you the chance now, we'll be giving more people the chance for that draft in July. But here's what's different, that you'll really, it's already happening now, and it actually started happening this morning, but here's what happens. A new person joins on our team, say June 1st. They don't know who the heck the Fantasy Marketing League is. They just see that there's suddenly all these different people that, and we'll also create a lot of case studies, a lot of video testimonials, text testimonials, basically, telling your story. So, let's just say that you're one of the people who, creates instant income, who struggled before. We want your story. So all these new people start coming in, and they start seeing all these stories of all these people, you guys, who have created instant incomes online, who have struggled for years. So it grabs their attention. They want to know more. They secure their spot to get more information about what we're doing. And then the emphasis, again, goes to points. They start getting points just like you should be now. If you're not getting points, again, you need to watch Tuesday's Hangout, because it's so easy. We're talking about 5-10 minutes a day, not sitting at your computer for 24 hours, 24/7, none of that crap. Simple, effective marketing strategies that produce results. So anyways, these guys come in, they join us, they start getting their points. What they will automatically begin getting is bonus point, the option to get bonus points, and big bonus points. So we're in Changes Worldwide, new guys just being introduced to us. Say in the email autoresponder sequence we'll have going out, somewhere around day 7 or 10, somewhere in that range, that person's going to receive an email basically saying, look, earn massive bonus points today to help put you in a better position for the draft. At this point, that gentleman, man or woman, should know that points are the key to this. You want to get as many points as you can, because every point you get could be, the end result could be you getting a high spot in that draft. So let's just say that we give this person 30 bonus points, 25 bonus points when you join on our team now. He clicks on that link. Within that link that's in that email is all of the people on our team who still need people. So, boom, that person lands on your site for Changes Worldwide because you've been in the draft. You get a sign up. You don't even know who this guy is. Suddenly people start signing up on your team because they want the points. And they're do you understand how simple that is? And so today, this morning, I just wanted to test it out because we were in a previous draft, and I've been struggling for a long time to figure out a way to automatically build teams, and it worked. So I sent it this morning. Our previous draft was for Ingresso Cybernetico. That's the majority of the core group of us are from the Fantasy Marketing League team that was in Ingresso, and there also were a lot of other people who were in Ingresso who were looking for another way to build their team. So they came in as well. But this morning I introduced our win-win-win situation, and within minutes we got our first sign-up, and we've had sign-ups coming in all day from that. So already we have proof that that simple strategy works. So the end result for you being a part of our team is, what you really need to just realize now is it doesn't matter where you come out in the draft. Again, understandable. I know that you want to be at the top. Everyone does, But we already proved it this morning that we will have people joining in our team after the draft moving forward. We tested it this morning. We had people signing up on our team in Ingresso and getting those 25 bonus points because people want those points. And I hope that one of those people that signed up this morning get a kick butt spot in the draft, because they stepped up and they realized a small financial investment, getting them this 25 points, one of those points could be the one that gives them a kick butt spot in the draft. And what's so cool about it is all these people who signed up in Ingresso, I didn't have to answer questions about how this works or how that works about Ingresso. We changed the focus from it being about the business, and Ingresso does have a ton of tools, so those of you who are in it and who have signed up, I mean, huge value, great, I mean, amazing, one of the best that I've seen as far as what you get for the the bang for your buck. But a lot of times it's like, well, what is it? How does it work? Da da da. All these questions. There were no freaking questions. They just signed up. They saw, okay, I have 25 points. It's only going to cost me a little bit of money to get that. The end result for that person could be thousands of dollars. So they immediately went in. It wasn't all the BS of having to, go back and forth and like there was no convincing needed. It just happened. So now I hope that I'm conveying this to you guys in a way that you understand. With the things that we have in place with the Fantasy Marketing League, with the draft, our point system, and with basically creating win-win-win situations, we have a team. You have the ability right now to jump on board with what we're doing and honestly be in like a phenomenal position. Because right now we are really just getting started. And I've had previous drafts, but again, I'm the type of person like, first of all, we are pioneers at what we're doing here. It had never been done before. Whenever you're a pioneer and you're trying to set out to do something that no one else is doing and that most people wouldn't even have the kahunas to do, there are bumps in the road. So, yeah, we've had little bumps along the road, but right now, if you know anything about me, I'm persistent. I don't stop. Once I set my mind out to do something, and it's not that I'm crazy, that I'm gonna, if something just obviously is not going to work, I'm not afraid to throw in the towel. But I know that this concept can work. I've seen the light and seen amazing things already happen with it. So now, after proving just this morning that the win-win-win situation, that people will join on our team from previous drafts to get the points without having to ask questions, that was just icing on the cake for me. I know that what we have moving forward is going to be massive. And right now, you're in a position right now, if you haven't joined in our Changes Worldwide team and you haven't taken that leap of faith and secured your spot, I'm telling you, right now is the time to do it, because the number of people that we have in now compared to where we're going to be in the upcoming months, it's a drop in the bucket. So you need to realize that this is opportunity knocking on your door. And along the way, what you need to realize, and this, I already know where we're going, but basically, imagine creating automated streams of income. Not one, not two, not three, but ongoing. So with every draft that we have, with you being in now, if you work the system that we have in place, which is extremely simple, you're going to be, again, nothing is guaranteed, but you have a high likelihood of being put in a position with each upcoming draft that we have to make money in an instant. I mean, automated incomes, July, boom, another, whatever it is, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $5,000 a month coming in. Then we have another draft in, say, September, October, boom, instant money coming in. That's where I'm taking you guys to. So right now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys where you can get access to those previous Hangouts, and I'm also going to open up the questions. So I'll be posting here shortly. If you have any questions about anything that I've gone over tonight, feel free to ask. Just give me 1 second. All right, David, can you see my screen, buddy?
Give me a second here. Not yet. Yes, I can.
All right, cool. All right, so right now we're in the Fantasy Marketing League group. So to get access to the details on what I've gone over as far as the draft and the point system, here at the top, you just click on Files, and you can see right here, Hangout Podcast Schedule. You come in here. Monday's Hangout was on the draft, so you can simply click on that and get all the details there. And Tuesdays was on recruiting versus our point system, so you can get the details there. And obviously this Hangout will be posted down here. So I know I kind of went fast there. Let's see. I'm just going to post in the group, you guys. Just post your questions on this post. And right now, it's 8:33 here on the East Coast. If there are questions, I'll be happy to stay until 9 o'clock and get everything answered. If we don't get them all answered by then, we'll be hanging out again next week, because there will be new people coming in, and I'm happy to continue to be the one that does this for you guys to help you get started, to help our whole team grow. Does anyone have any questions? People like it. Yay! Everybody likes it. So for those of you who are new, and I'll come back to this here in a second, so please ask your question there. What we're doing is extremely simple. You basically, all you need to do is follow the 4 steps in the Files tab. There's 4 steps. So if you do 1, then you do 2, and you stop, you're not there yet. You got to do all 4 steps. And we have a question. Let me refresh real quick. Oh, whoops. Oh, my bad, guys. Somehow it went down here. I saw somebody ask the question. I don't know. Okay, here's Anessa. How do I find the link to give to other people? Whenever you joined Anessa and you registered for free, which is step 1, you should have immediately received an email that went over, or I'm sorry, received an email with your referral partner link. If for some reason I'm sure you got it. If you registered with whatever email you registered with, an email was sent to you within instantly to like 10 minutes. For some reason, there sometimes was a delay. If for some reason you can't find it, just send myself or David Mendoza, who's obviously he's on this Hangout with me right now, and he's also one of the admins in our group. Just send us just a question. How do I get my link, and we'll help you out. Okay, thanks, Lee. All right, David's asking, Matthew, I tried to go to the website using the link you provided, but I go to a page that says I will be redirected, but nothing happens. The page will not redirect. David, are you referring to the Changes Worldwide link? Because to join, you come to step 4 here, and here's the Changes Worldwide link. So, David, are you talking about this link? You're still there, David. I don't know if that's the link you're talking about. Are there any other questions as I'm waiting for David's response on that? And whatever. I don't know what's going on down there. Some silliness. Anyways. Patty, I believe if I'm not mistaken, I think you were one of the first people who signed up. And for the first 3 days that we opened up Changes Worldwide, and Patty's question is, same thing happened to me, Changes Worldwide. It says it was successful, no confirmation. For the first 3 days, the confirmation emails weren't set up to be sent out. This is a slight issue within the system. That's been updated. So I know I have received confirmation, Patty, that you're in. You're all set, so don't worry about it. And awesome, Anessa found it. So Anessa, what you're going to want to do is use that link whenever you personally invite people. So all that link is it redirects to our group, right? Which seems simple enough, but it's like there's no barrier. It's not like they have to opt in immediately and get something. But as soon as somebody clicks on that link, they are cookie to you, meaning they're tracked to you. All right, David, I'll be with you in 1 second. So what's cool about that is you might have someone click on your link today. They might come in the group, and there's plenty of people in this group. And this is something else that I know is going to start happening, is there's people that are in our group today that might have clicked on any of our links, any of your links, who don't really know what's going on yet. And suddenly in June, July, they're going to be like, holy crap, I've been in this group all the time. And you're going to start getting sign-ups, people registering 2 months from now, and you're going to have those points coming in. But like something I'm a big believer in is, taking action today. And the things you do today may not seem to be producing results, but in the future they could be massive. And this is another great point with that. People might click on your link today but not register, so you don't get that point yet. All of a sudden in June, suddenly you start getting points, and it's from the work you did today. So pretty cool. Awesome, Patty's good. And David, yeah, I've honestly, I got to check that out. I know I don't know if it was from the email or in the group, people were having issues with that. That's a rotator link. We had automated signups, but we also had a number of people, like yourself, David, that the link didn't work for. So if I knew where that, David Mendoza, do you know where that post is in the group from this morning when I posted about the win-win-win situation for joining Ingresso? If you don't mind.
Yeah, it's right. It's right underneath the one you're working on right now.
Oh, it's up that high?
Well, it is on mine anyways. It's right underneath the question.
Let me refresh. I'm just going to try clicking on it myself to see. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm assuming you're referring to this post, David. And
is he talking about the page swirl link?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to see if it works for me.
Okay.
You see, it's redirecting to Ingresso. See? It worked for me.
Ingresso cibernético.
I might tell him to try another browser, bro.
Yeah, that's a good idea for David and all you guys who are having problems with that. I always, right now I'm in Internet Explorer, but it worked here, and I typically use Firefox. So maybe for some reason it's the browser's not working or something like that. Just maybe try doing that. Try using a different browser, and let me know if that helps. If not, just send me a message directly, and I'll be happy to give you to the next person in line. And that's another thing I need to, that reminds me. The 25-point bonus that we were offering this morning to join in our team in Ingresso Cybernetico to help you get into a better position for the upcoming draft, that 25-point bonus, I'm going to take that down at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So 8 p.m. on May 9th, the 25-point bonus is going to drop. So no worries, David. So again, 25-point bonus is basically for the next 24 hours. So take action. Let's do that. Get those points rolling in. And for you, David, and other people who watch this presentation, this Hangout tonight, if you have any problem with that link to the page swirl link for the rotator, please let me know. Just send me a message, and I will help you get a position in Ingresso. Do we get points for commenting on this webinar? No, Slim. No points for commenting on this webinar. You get points for following the point system, which is pretty simple too. Anybody got any other questions? All right, cool. David, if again, it works for me on Firefox. So if you have a problem, just let me know, and I will get you the next person in line's link for Ingressa. And come to me directly for that link. All right, David. Another thing. Sorry, guys. Questions are popping in my head that I would be asking. You're funny. All right, Slim. For those of you who are, a big question that would be in my mind if I were you guys was, a lot of you are in the draft for Ingresso. A lot of you weren't a part of our team, but you are in Ingresso already, and you might be thinking to yourself, can I get my Ingresso link added to that rotator? Absolutely, you can. As long as you are a part of our team and you have confirmed payment in Changes Worldwide, so you're moving forward with us, we're happy to help you to continue to build your Ingresso team as well. Philip, what time of day do we get our points added? I have the same amount as yesterday. David, what time of day there on the West Coast do you typically update the points?
I start at about 7 o'clock.
So 7 a.m. on the West Coast?
Yes, 7 a.m. Well, between 6 and 7, let me just put it that way, Pacific Standard Time.
All right, so if you're on the East Coast here in the States, it's before noon, they're typically updated. Now, as far as, if you, I think, David, you normally look like at the previous stuff, so it's possible that Philip, who has this question, he may have taken action today, and he'll be getting his points tomorrow. Or he said,
yes.
I have the same amount as yesterday.
Well, Philip, like I said, I haven't seen anything on any of the posts from him, but if he did it today, then obviously he'll get credit for it tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure that you're commenting on enough posts, Philip, that David's able to see it. I mean, keep in mind that our ad on our fan page has been shared out to, it may be over, I think it's already over 5,000 groups.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, it's over 5,000 groups. So if you're going in there and you're commenting on 3 or 4 of them, you're not going to get the point, because it's going to be, there's no way that anyone could see that. So make sure you're commenting on enough of the posts that have been shared out to make it so you stand out. There's no reason why you can't do 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. It's a simple copy and paste, and we're talking about minutes of your time to do that. But if you did, I'm not the type of person that's going to freak out over points. David will be happy to go back and check for you. So if you feel like you're owed a point, you can message David, and we'll get that taken care of for you. And he'll definitely go back and double check to make sure he didn't miss something from yesterday. So, all right. Patty, Patty, yeah, you already got the 5 bonus points for joining. You're on the list of people who are already in IC. So 5 of the points you have are because you were already on our Ingresso team. So yes, you did get 5 bonus points for that already. Any other questions? Are we good? Everybody good?
Seems that way.
Let me just refresh one more time. Make sure nobody's... Awesome. All right, so what you guys want to do now is you basically have 2 things you should be doing. One is, if you have not secured your spot in our team to be ready to get paid on May 24th, you need to, I'm going to post this right now. You need to secure your spot in Changes Worldwide now. there's two different options as far as you joining. All right, Patty, when do you get your link for Changes Worldwide? Right now, none of us have a link for Changes Worldwide. After our draft and we're all placed in and activated is when our welcome emails will begin coming out. So realistically, you will have your replicated site for Changes Worldwide probably around the 24th, 25th, 26th. It all depends on how big our team is to be placed into it. It's going to depend on the amount of time that it takes for you to get it. So right now, none of us have a link for Changes Worldwide. Again, you should be focused on inviting other people to participate in the draft. That's much easier if you change your focus. And I mean, you're welcome. Don't get me wrong. If you want to go out and start loading people into Changes Worldwide and recruiting people for it even after the draft, definitely. I mean, I'm going to be putting some people, big hitters, into Changes Worldwide after the draft. But again, it's much easier to follow our point system, and it's basically everything I went over tonight. It's a way for us and you and the team to continue to grow moving forward. So what I want to do now, and here's the deal. Right now, whenever you join, if you join in both Changes Worldwide tonight, you'll get 10 bonus points for that. And if you join and participate in our Ingresso team, you will get 25 points for that tonight. So right now, you have the ability to earn 35 bonus points instantly tonight by joining in Changes Worldwide, securing your spot. And again, you will not be charged, just so you're aware. Changes Worldwide, whenever you secure your spot tonight, you're not going to be charged until May 22nd at the earliest. So you have plenty of time. So even if you just paid your rent or your mortgage payment, plenty of time to make sure you're good to go there. All right. So with that said, I don't think there's any more questions. Has any other questions come in, David, or are we straight?
Yeah, it looks like we're good.
Awesome. All right, you guys. I'm going to be posting this in the group, so if any of your friends or anything like that, if any of them happen to miss the Hangout, definitely point them in the right direction, and make sure they watch this. And let's rock and roll, guys. All right, what we have in front of us right now and what our team is about to do in this industry truly could be amazing and will be amazing. So lock in your spot, and let's go. All right, with that said, I will see you guys next week. Our next Hangout we'll do on Monday night, next Monday. So cool. All right, have a great weekend, you guys.
Goodbye. Good night, everyone.